what's been on my mind? Well, a lot of concern with all the information going around about vets committing violence. It's it's disgusting for starters. MSNBC, uh, Lawrence O'Neill or whatever his name is, O'Dowell. I don't know whatever his name is. Fuck that dude. Just thought I'd like to throw that one out there. Some violence and statistics for you guys, though. As far as if you're gonna try to blame veterans for more violence, let's pull up the facts here before we make some bullshit comments like that. So let's see here. Veterans commit murder at 1/10 of the fraction of the rate that regular citizens do for murder. There you have it. So, and then let's get the number here. Some statistics going on this. And murder. How many homicides were committed by war veterans? Here we go. All right, so over 100 veterans have came home since 9/11, so 2001. Let's see, and have committed murder. Think about that for a minute. There's over 2 million Americans that have been into war zones and are currently in our, this was the 20th year, so these statistics go back to 2019. Year of war. Federal Bureau of Justice Statistics tells us the homicide rate for Americans between the age of 18 and 25 is around 25 per 100,000. So out of any million Americans in that age group, there should be around 250 murders per year. Out of 2 million, there should have been 500 murders. Extrapolate that back across, 20 years of war, and there should have been, statistically speaking, thousands of murders by veterans groups. However, the only thing this proved is that the murder rate for the veterans is less than 1/10 of that for other citizens of the same age, which is pretty much keeps with the stats from our past wars. So right there you have it, guys. Veterans are still less likely to commit murders than regular civilians. So, dude on MSNBC, eat a dick, dude. I mean, seriously, before you spew that filth and badmouth, so many great people, so many people that are family members, friends we've served with, spent more time with than families. For people like you to be able to be on the news and give your shitty opinion that's very incredibly offensive. That's all I have to say on that matter, guys. But, I just wanted to show that one out there because it's been really just grinding my gear. I really try not to get into the politics shit too much. Some other projects going on. I've looked into the Glock lawsuit. Nothing new has popped up yet. I don't think that lawsuit's really going to go anywhere with those representatives trying to, railroad Glock for making a firearm that can be converted into an automatic weapon illegally by a third party's device that's attached to it. What else here going on? So, with the GOAT series on Shugart, we're Operation Gothic Serpent, deployed into Mogadishu. Something interesting, reading all the facts and doing all this stuff, fact checking especially. And I also want to thank somebody a couple of years ago I talked to about this, Arthur Stewart, or Stewell, I think is his name. But he had informed me that, with Operation Gothic Serpent, it wasn't just the Ranger Regiment, it wasn't just Delta, it wasn't just Green Beret and Army Airborne, it was DevGru or SEAL Team 6 at the time. They were involved. There was a couple other ones I'm not familiar with, but so some interesting facts there. I think one thing people fail to realize is that this civil war went on, and I think it might even still be occurring. Africa is pretty chaotic, especially around the Horn. Somalia, Ethiopia, all in that region with famine and overfished waters. I mean, with all the pirating that goes on and whatnot in the waters on that area, they blame it and say it's due to overfishing. Now, that's a very good possibility. Very well could be. I don't know the facts on that or statistics 100%. So you look at that area, you look at the famine, poverty, people dying, malnutrition, everything along that line, and you can see why, these people that are dying off, they're getting killed by other warlords and other tribes from different regions in their own country. It's sad to think that people would be doing something like this to their own people. And that's, and then I get to thinking about it. Well, they're starving their own people, they're killing their own people off, they're committing genocide against opposing tribes. Another person right in that region, kind of Northern Africa area, Gaddafi. I mean, you look at the atrocities he committed. He complied with the United States, but boy, he had no problem letting his own country kill other people from his own country. It's sad, it's depressing. These power struggles and things along that line. I mean, how much power do they honestly have? I mean, I don't know. It's pretty freaking sad. But with Somalia and the Black Hawk Down incident, we're getting more into it here. It's insane. Just the details, just the different people in it. Like I'd said in prior podcast episodes or whatnot, I love the fact that Sugar uses the M14 rifle. I mean, because M14s, from the people that were around when those first came out, Vietnam, right around then, they were only issued for about 2 years in service. And then the M16 came out, Armalite with Stoner, and then of course the direct impingement system and all of that type of stuff that Stoner invented in his original patents and designs. But like the M14, what I like about it, I mean, it's the caliber. I don't know. I just think it's a badass rifle, quite frankly. I mean, I know it's outdated. I know a lot of people are still using them today, though, refurbishing, putting different mods on them. I mean, it's a simple receiver to take out of the stock. You can put a different type of chassis on it, like multiple firearms converted. But I love the fact that it's a 7.62 51. I love that round, 308. I mean, it's just freaking badass, just completely badass. But Sugar and Gordon, those two, fending off people and running out of ammo. But the fact that they fought until they were out of ammo completely, it's insane. One thing I do want to announce for the segment coming up with, because we were going to get into some the Black Hawk Down situation, with Operation Gothic Serpent getting sidewired because of the incidents that took place. It's disturbing, a lot of it. It's the ugly of war. The one thing I'm not going to do, though, and it's because it's out of respect for the men that we're talking about in my series, and that is, I'm not going to put up any pictures or footage of what they did to those men, after they had killed them, whether it be dragging them through the streets or, degrading their bodies and stuff like that. It's just, I think it'd be disrespectful on my part. I think it'd be in bad taste. I think it's gruesome. I think it's bad enough as it is. It's the ugly of war, and it does happen, unfortunately. But if we're not going to show that on my channel. It's just no. We don't need to, see what happened to these great men, in these cases. And it's similar to, the whole lone survivor situation. I'm not going to get into Marcus Luttrell and all that junk, but I am going to get into the fact that Al-Qaeda and Taliban did strip their clothes, take their guns, weapons, everything like that. So anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on the matter. You guys all enjoy. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.